What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? Who do I want to play right now? Wouldn't mind some Hundro action. Or maybe a little bit of Paul on Paul. Could deal with a little bit of a lane of good stuff. We'll see what's available. Not position 3. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, well, Mimic Orders. Baron goes first, and I get the pick of a different leader. Looking like Beast would be good here. Appropriate is very notable, as is Truthsayer. The techs are pretty good. Romber can actually cheat the Mimic Orders. He doesn't even have to go to tech negotiation. If he doesn't draw green, he can send his ring. Well, ring is green. So I guess, yeah, he has to draw green still. Spaceport is pretty crappy, but otherwise would be good. Now here's the problem. If I don't pick Baron, one of these guys is going to pick Baron. I want to play Beast or Romber. That's what I want to do. But I don't really want to play against Baron, especially not Baron in the first 2 positions. How long has it been since I uploaded a Beast video? Let's figure that one out, huh? So my videos are Ariana, Tessia, Armand, Baron, Paul, Romber. Okay, it's been forever since I played Beast. Let's just do Beast. He's the one that has the best chance of getting the Mimic Orders. And of course, Baron goes next. Absolutely no shot that neither of those players wanted Baron. Okay. Wealth Mintat from first position. Very interesting. It's a little annoying because you're going to just kind of give Baron Interstellar by doing that. But this hand is loaded. It's kind of too loaded, actually. Yeah, it's definitely too loaded. This is more action than we need, and it means the next hand's going to kind of suck. I mean, it's not terrible. We have 3 different access. Interesting that he goes tech negotiation. I guess he's actually just going to try to go for, like, the Mimic Orders play. So now we have to think, right? Like, we could probably smuggle and get a Sword Master. We have 3 Persuasion. We can't get to Appropriate. It's not happening. We could also go for... this Fold Space. There's a lot of faction racing here. Let's just go for smuggling. Because even if I get Interstellar, Baron and Leto are going to be, like, contesting it constantly. So I think having an early Swordmaster is more important than having Interstellar. That's my logic here. I mean, the Baron's play makes sense because... the odds that he gets either Hardy Warriors or he gets Fold Space are pretty good. Like, probably Ilbon will not block Hardy Warriors. And if Baron still gets it, then he's actually in an incredible position. Or he may not have faction. No, he just doesn't have the faction. Speaking of, we really want the Truthsayer, but we don't have enough influence. Or Persuasion, I mean. So, do we Hardy Warriors? Well, given that we're gonna get that shipping bump, I think the answer is probably yes. We definitely want to participate in the combat. The spice from Stillsuits is pretty good too. I don't think we play the... Like, 2 Persuasion doesn't get us anything useful. I guess Guild Administrator is somewhat useful. Let's play the Seek Allies to Hardy. I don't even think I need a 4th troop, really. Might help. I mean, we have our ring, right? We don't have to be stingy on troops. Why risk having the guy who goes to Arakeen go ahead of us? Leto with double faction. We had double faction too. It's a little awkward. Although, if I have a bad hand and a good hand, I'd rather have the good hand on round 1. You know what I mean? 4. So it doesn't get to appropriate, even with the tech negotiation. I think Guild Administrator is not a great card, but it's good enough that we should probably just play the Fold Space or play the Seek Allies. That's my logic. Okay, well, that's an unfortunate thing to flip. If Leto gets that, that's going to be brutal. Imperial Spy is not bad at all. Leto did not get it, actually. But Ilbon probably will. Now, Appropriate's a better card. So, I don't know that Ilbon knows that. Oh, he came 1 dagger short of stealing it from me. Yeah, he doesn't know that. To be fair, there's an argument that Sidina is better. I don't agree with that argument, but it could be. Especially for an Ilbon that's trying to get Spice Must Flows. So we definitely go up here. We don't cash out. Cool. Machinations. We have the access to get Sword Master. If Baron doesn't block us, which I don't think he will. That would be a very weird play. He kind of... Well, he doesn't have any... Yeah, he does have green. He has his ring. So, I was going to say, if he doesn't have any green, he won't go to grab the Mimic Orders. Only me and Baron can get them. So, if he goes... He goes Hardy. Okay, interesting. Is it worth blocking Mimic Orders? I mean, I don't think it is. It's an interesting question, but I just think the answer is no. Let's go with Emperor because we might end up with this Appropriate. And the techs are pretty good. I think Baron's next action is Signet Ring to Tech Negotiation, buy an Intrigue, buy Mimic Orders, go up with Guild. That's what I think his play is. It is an open question whether it's worth it to block him, but my counter-argument to that is Ilbon and Leto are very good leaders, and it is a significant slowdown to my game if I do that. Mimic Orders is good, but it's not good enough. Yeah, he's going to do that, which is fine. We just have to make sure that he doesn't... We block him higher going forward, is what I mean. Deado Devices is actually pretty cool, especially if we can get this Appropriate. What do we think here? We could Arakeen. What, an 80% chance that we Still have appropriate. We could early reveal for appropriate. Probably not the best decision. Yeah, I think Arakeen's better because Arakeen... I mean, we'll see, because Baron might have enough persuasion. We can count, right? So, like, he has convincing. Diplomacy is 3. Tech negotiation is 4. Yeah, he got the appropriate. Okay, so that's a shame. Extend engineer's not bad. The voice, maybe. I don't know. Dagger. Okay. So, because Ilbon shuffled, we don't know what he has. But we do know that Leto has precisely 1 dagger in hand, which means that we need to go to 2 troops. We can't beat Baron, but we can come in second. We didn't get to 5. Dang, takes the spy. That was quick. Everyone's got 4 today. I'll take the Death Commando if he doesn't. Sister? I'll take a sister. It's access. You get a Sword Master, what do you want? Faction access. There's the 4 card I want. We already know that Beasterbond's the grippy goat. Baron is going to run away with this, though, if we're not careful. Winning Machinations is crazy good for him. Maybe I should have blocked a tech negotiation. At the end of the game, we'll see. I mean, it sounds like maybe that I should have. He's not going for alliances. He's just trying to go for his Mimicor's point. Makes a good bit of sense. Signet Ring means that this is a point that we should try to get, for sure. And I think the best place to Signet Ring to is here. Now, we could save the yellow and the blue and Signet Ring and Guild Administrator there instead. We have 2 spice, which is not enough for the text that I want. I don't have enough Solari to get a Dreadnought. So let's do this. But if I do that, I don't have a card to trash. This is awkward. I think the spice is still the play. Trash a Dune from hand, I guess. It's a little awkward. We're still 1 Solari short of Dedo, but I have a feeling that somebody will cash out Solari at some point. The spice allows us to conspire. I don't know that we would want to. The good news is Baron is blocked on Interstellar for at least this round and next round. The problem is he has an appropriate, which is a way for him to get more gas. And a ton of intrigue cards. So, what's our play here? We could go water to try to get Great Flat, or we could go wealth to try to get the Dreadnought. I think Dedo Device Dreadnought's the more fun path. Maybe I should be thinking about the firm grip, but because I have a Swordmaster and nobody else does, I'm probably second to last to reveal, so I'm not getting the firm grip most likely. The problem is if Baron gets the firm grip, we're kind of screwed. I feel like. Going to Wealth does block Baron from going Wealth for like his future uses of his Appropriate, though. So there is some value to the Wealth play, even disregarding the whole Detonation Devices concept. Early reveals for the firm grip. Okay. Well, that's fine. If he wants to early reveal for it, like that early, there's nothing we can really do. Like I'm not gonna early reveal 2 rounds early for that. Spy Sats. Well, that's interesting. Because with this lineup, Spy Sats could be quite good. We probably want to buy ourselves a liaison as well. Doesn't look like Ilbon's going the path of Spy Satellites, given that he just went to Still Suits. Maybe it is. Maybe he's trying to get the water for that, but I don't think so. Let's grab this. I think we lose this combat, but maybe not. I guess if Baron doesn't have a card, but Baron probably does have a card. He's Baron of all people, you know. And if he wins the combat, that's pretty bad. But, I mean, what do we do about it, you know? We don't have any combat cards. I guess I could have taken my ring to a combat space instead, but no, he lets me have it. Sweet. That's awesome. We can win a combat like that. He's going to have a lot of spice this game. Hand here is a little bit clumsy. There's just not a lot of options in this one. We want to get the Spy Satellites, I think. We only have one faction online. We'll probably get Fremen at some point. We probably get BG at some point. So maybe not. This is tricky. We could Selective Breeding. Already trashed out a Dune. So like we could trash out... We could trash out a card from discard, like we could trash out a Convincing. He blocks Selective. Okay, well that's very unusual. I guess we're not going to Selective, huh? Hardy Warriors. Oh shoot, he's got that water for Sayadina. Oh, that's rough. Okay. Well, the Sayadina is in direct conflict with the Carryall. But the next visit to Still Suits is 2 water. So he's probably going to get another point from Sayadina this game. So really we want to prevent him from getting Spy Satellites. So I think probably Haga Basin, and then... But shoot, we would much rather go to Dreadnought when we buy our tech. So there's not really a good... like option for that. We could go to like smuggling. That's a little awkward though. It does give us enough Spy or Solari to get another tech though. That's our only yellow. If we draw, we know we're getting a dagger. It's not that useful. We could just try to win this combat and use our Dedo devices though. I don't hate that. Expedite. Okay, that makes smuggling a lot better. He doesn't even go Selective. I own the Imperial Basin, which is kind of nice. But nobody's going to go there, probably. Baron Mentats. Interesting. Kind of bad with a firm grip to Mentat if you can help, if you can't help it, you know. So probably better to do this than do this. This is probably the best, because if I win the combat, then the shipping bump gets a lot more useful. And it gives me the Solari that I can use for the Dreadnought space. What's the status of Ilbon's daggers? Unknown. Probably he's got one in hand. We have two from the sister. Ooh. Okay. Well, selective breeding is not going to get us there. To that. That's worth getting for sure. But selective breeding won't do it. I mean, it will help in the future, potentially. Gets the dagger out of our draw pile. Could use it to trash a dagger from hand, but then we're throwing away all of our daggers for the combat. What did Ilbon do? Dagger to tech negotiation. He doesn't have Jessica. Baron Boards buys a 4th entry. He doesn't play one. He does play one. I was going to say, I would go to Seekers in a heartbeat. Okay, well. What's our other play? We could go to Dreadnought and buy a Dreadnought, but then we don't have a tech to get. Let's thin the deck. We can drop like a reconnaissance. Or we just get a let's just get a card. Ixian Probe is fine. He doesn't have any daggers. Okay, well, we might get our Dodo devices on this. Actually, I think we will. Ixian Probe could potentially help us get Jessica. Recall one of your agents. Okay. Yep, that's kind of like having a Sword Master. Do we want to expedite here? Well, it would let us cash out and buy the spy satellites more quickly. I think we do. Detonation devices. Let's go up with Emperor. That's the best way. That's the best tool we have to try to stop Baron, is fighting him on Emperor Alliance. Now that we have spy satellites, we have more freedom to do stuff like that. He probably has firm grip in hand, so he's gonna take it, but yeah, he's gonna take it, but it's fine. It's not good, but it's fine. We Mentat for sure here. Brutal. Actually, I think we Ixion Probe. Yeah. Drop daggers. That's 9 persuasion. We're a little spice short of buying, like, another Dreadnought. We could do this, then buy Chimerky Dread. I kind of like that. I don't think I actually want the Solari here. Like, let's save the troops for the combats where we can actually detonate, you know? We can go to tech negotiation, buy Chimerky, and we're still at 7 for Jessica. She's also a bump, which helps us fight Baron on Emperor. The problem is next round he's got a full space of Trusayer and a Diplomacy. But if all we have to really do is we have to basically make it inefficient for him, right? Like if he's having to visit Emperor when he doesn't want to, like to me that's good enough, I think. Okay, tech negotiation's gone, so we can't really do that anymore. So we have to buy the Dreadnought instead. We don't have enough water to research station. So this means that, like, we go to a 4 persuasion hand. That means we don't really have a plausible way to get to Jessica, I think. High Council. If he High Councils, we have to early reveal for her. No, he smuggles. Buy a Holtzman. If he buys Chimerky, we're kind of in trouble. That's kind of my tech. He buys the Holtzman. He doesn't have any SMFs, but if the game goes too much longer, he will. It's very concerning. So Baron's clearly our opponent here, so I think even though I want to buy the Dreadnought, I have to buy the Chimerky. That's really good. Because that gives me the ability to get Jessica, whereas if I get the Dreadnought, I pretty much cannot get Jessica. It's not impossible, but it's not very likely. Stage Incident is actually so good, though. Like, I could go to Carthag and just get a point. Yeah, don't think I'm going to let you have that Emperor Alliance, Baron. No way in hell. I'm going to fight you on that crap. I have 3 techs now, so, you know, Machine Culture is available, for example. Flagship. That's available for Leto, if he wants it. The problem is that Baron does have a Mimic Orders point. He doesn't have it yet, but it won't be long before he does. We can't let the game go super long. We need to play aggressively to combat and just try to end the game. The problem is that Spy Satellites works against that. Technically, I'm at 7 with Spy Satellites. Got another point in hand with the Stage Incident. And I can probably get another one from detonation devices later. Problem is, Baron's got Interstellar now. The techs aren't that good for him, but he could get a win, like a spaceport, just to get that Spice Must Flow. His path to victory is extremely clear. Here's our good cards. Baron's bought at least 3 liaisons, so I don't know, man. This is going to be really hard to stop him. We definitely go for the combat victory this round. Let's see if he goes to Emperor, because if he doesn't go to Emperor, then our priority is going to Wealth. I guess he could go Interstellar and get the Emperor bump that way. But if he's taking Emperor bumps, he's not feeding his Mimic Orders. And he doesn't have a Swordmaster, so we can outfox him in the long run. Presumably he's going to buy Wind Traps here. Maybe Spaceport if he doesn't have the Persuasion in his hand, but I think he does. So he's not defending Emperor. So we definitely have to first action steal Emperor from him. Because who knows, that Firm Grip, we just can't let him have it on reveal. Spaceport, okay. Shuttle Fleet is next. Well, he definitely gets the Spice Must Flow. There's no doubt about that part. We have an alliance now for our ring, so the Wealth was clearly the play. The problem is what we want to do is we want to buy the Dreadnought first. We want to do like Sister to Dreadnought and then Signet Ring to one of the cities. But that might not win us the combat when Leto's got a flagship. In fact, it probably won't. But we do have combat cards and a stage incident, which means that troop investment on its own is good. Second wave is also great with a stage incident. And Emperor is the one faction that Baron can't go up on with Firm Grip. So if he has a Firm Grip in hand and he has to play it here, you know, and the only place he can play it to is Dreadnought, which we wouldn't want him to do, but then he's kind of stuck in a hole. Like, sure, he can go up on, like, BG, but he can't get his Emperor Alliance back. Maybe it'd be better to Signet Ring first and just forget about the Deado point and just try to commit hard to the winning the combat. Because there's a point on its own. 2 units means we can throw a Dreadnought in after the fact. Smuggling. Well, Shuttle Fleet. That's getting dangerous. But I move before him next round. So if he goes up on Emperor, we just try to take it away from him again. No, he just locks in he just locks in the Mimic Orders. It's a little annoying, especially because it puts him on threat for the BG Alliance. He doesn't have any actions, so we don't have to worry about that. Just buy the Dreadnought. There's enough combat deployment spaces that we can play our ring no matter where Leto and Hilbon go. He doesn't try to win Emperor back, which is notable. Leto has 3 intrigue cards in hand. We should be aware of that. It may be difficult for us to win this combat. Okay, Ilbon with another point. Are we sleeping on Ilbon? I don't think so. I think Baron is more dangerous. Thank you for the spice. If he'd done that sooner, I could have bought a Wind Traps. I don't know what he's planning there, but whatever. Baron buys the SMF. Even without the firm grip, he gets it. So which, I mean, probably Carthag is better. This puts me to 5 spice for next round, which is 6 if I can. Which is 6 if I think the troops make more sense. Let's go to Carthag. Calculated higher. Okay. Well, we'll move first next round. Which is good because it really hurts Ilbon. We want to second wave here. Second wave is 6 daggers. So technically we go ahead of Leto. Would give me 2 points. Given that Leto has Highliner Spice, I think we probably ought to do it. He also doesn't have his diplomacy. He has his diplomacy in his draw pile, most likely. So, like, yeah, we probably ought to do it. Even though it's not likely to work. He doesn't have any daggers, though. Didn't buy a Smuggler's Thopter. That's a little odd. I definitely would have. You know what? An Ixan Engineer's a point. We didn't have enough persuasion for it, but yeah, that would have been a good thing to buy. Puts him to 7. So he's tied with Baron. At least we'll take his Mentat next round. Pulls his troop back out. Don't know why. I mean, I guess the spice isn't worth it, but why would he put it in the first place? Maybe just to trick us out. We're 1 ahead of him, so all he has to do is play 1 card. Which I'm sure he has. Yeah, that's fine. We have Stage Incident for that. Maybe we could have just Stage Incident without playing the card. I don't know. We had to try, right? Especially because we might get the Battle of Carthag or whatever. Thank you, Leto. Ooh. That's actually very important. Blackmail. Blackmail is very good here. This means that we're probably going to get 3 points from this combat. I say probably. Well, no, Leto had to spend the spice, so yeah, we're probably getting 3 points from this combat. Hardy Warriors is very important now. So, calculated higher. Emperor's not under threat, so yeah, we can safely go to Hardy Warriors. Ilbon does not have Sayadina. Okay, good. The thing is, Leto can get to Highliner. He just has to go to, like, Imperial Basin. I wonder if it's worth blocking Imperial Basin for that purpose. Interstellar. What are you trying to do, Baron? Trying to steal that BG from Leto? Could Jessica to selective breeding. Doesn't help me win the combat, though. And right now, I'm at 9 points. If I selective breeding, I would definitely block Baron from the thing that he probably wants to do, but it makes it harder for me to win the combat. Baron's our opponent here, so that's kind of what matters. It also probably gives us a Spice Must Flow. And it makes it easier for us to win the game with the Spy Satellites in tow. The blackmail means that we don't have to care about, like yeah, we can... Yeah, I mean, on its own, SMF takes us to 9. We're at 9 persuasion, though, so it's going to be dicey. Two daggers from BG Sister are probably more important than for persuasion. Signet Ring to Carthag is definitely our next play. Baron can steal the Alliance, but he's got to go to Secrets. He's not going to be able to go to Selective Breeding like he wants to. Yeah, so he does have the Secrets access. I actually don't mind that. Leto is at 8, which is kind of scary on its own. If I win the combat, then it doesn't... Like, I still beat Baron. And with the blackmail here, I think I should be able to... Ooh. Oh, that just locks it up. That doesn't really do anything. Actually, it makes it harder for him to win on Tiebreaker. So, I'm not too worried about that. Let's go ahead and grab a Intrigue. Grand Conspiracy. Well, we don't have that. And we probably can't have that. In the deck, best card we could draw would be Liaison, because it would allow us, if we play Reconnaissance to Arakeen, would allow us to use the Sister for Persuasion, or for daggers, and not Persuasion. Well, as far as I can tell, Leto doesn't have and can't get Highliner, so I think we're okay. I think we just win this game cleanly. Administrator only ever trashed 1 card. And given that Administrator itself isn't that much better than the card that we trashed, I don't know that it really improved the quality of our deck all that much. Let's count points. Baron probably has 2 points here. Takes him to 10. If he buys a Spice Must Flow, it's 11. We should be able to beat that, no problem. The problem is if he has plans within plans. Hardy Warriors. That's just 2 troops, though, so I don't really care. What I do care about is losing Eric. I have to admit I didn't think that would happen. Baron doesn't have High Council, so there is a possibility he doesn't have Spice Must Flow here. No Appropriate in hand. 2 Liaisons in discard. I think he still does have the Spice Must Flow, though. What did he reveal? Just 5. Okay, I think we're good. Like, I think we just win here. Like, I don't think Leto can have enough gas to possibly beat us. So what do we do? We have an Asian action. What do we do with it? Guild admin here. Spice. Could just reveal. Probably just want to trash yourself. One dagger in hand. He doesn't have an alliance, so he can't play an allied armada. He doesn't have any spice. He can't play those either. I think we just win. So let's do the math. If we don't get the Spice Must Flow, but we do get the combat, that's 3 points from the combat. We go to 11. Then we have an extra point. Basically, we have to go to 12. We would beat Baron on tiebreaker there, even if he had plans within plans. So we don't need this. We just don't need the Spice Must Flow. Now, if he has plans within plans and machine culture, then the game just wanted him to win. At that point. But why risk it? Like, there was no way we were going to lose the combat. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Didn't matter. Could have been 13, but nobody else even hit 10, so we're good. Did Baron not get Mimic Orders? No, he did. He just didn't get Holtzman. Man, that was a good one. Beast is kind of fun. You know, you get to buy a bunch of techs and win combats, and I'm not good at winning combats, so I do enjoy having him as a crutch a little bit. Yeah, that was a fun game. Baron scared the bejeebus out of me early. Firm Grip, Mimic Orders, Interstellar Access, winning a Machinations, like, it was looking bad. But I think the important, and Holtzman too, right? I think the important thing is that Baron really didn't have any points that didn't come from factions in some way. Like, he just didn't win any combats. Besides Machinations. Yeah, he just didn't win any combats that were Machinations, so he doesn't have any points to add to his total. So, yeah, he's got a Holtzman engine too, but he didn't get that second Spice Must Flow. Yeah. But I should have gone to 13. What I should have done is I should have used the Bene Gesserit sister for Persuasion, gone to 13, inflated my stats a little bit, you know. Because, let's be honest, like, I don't think there is a single intrigue card that Leto can play that will beat me here with my Blackmail, right? Blackmail... With no BG sister, we're 19 plus 5, right? It's 24. And he see if he has double ambush. I guess double ambush would do it. Yeah. Plus he has 3 spice, so you know, it was a 3-point combat. I probably should have used the daggers. Yeah. Shame there was no machine culture, but it is what it is. Shamerky was like, yeah, don't even if you come close, there's no chance. That's cool though. Look at that. What a goofy point mix. 2 detonation devices points. I love it. Only 1 from spy satellites though. Which, yeah, spy satellites didn't matter at all, but it was cool for insurance. Yeah, MVP card of the game. What was that? Probably Jessica. I mean, really, the real answer is Beast Signet Ring. But, I mean, if the cards that I purchased, Jessica, because stealing this Emperor Alliance was really important, right? It was really important. Like, I had to fight Beast, or I had to fight Baron on here, and it made the fact that he was playing greedy with no Swordmaster hurt a lot. Because if you have the Swordmaster, he can do all sorts of goofy shit with that alliance and kind of get around me. But because I have more actions than him, he just kind of runs out. So I had to punish him since he was by far the strongest opponent. And I think Jessica did that fantastically. But the actual best card was the Signet Ring, right? Because the troops from the Signet Ring really, I mean, they probably delivered me 2 detonation device points, in addition to the points that the combats themselves generated. So, yeah, super fun game. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm going to go ahead and leave you there. I'll start making a good thumbnail for this one.